Are you kidding me? I cannot believe we're doing this again. I'm still recovering from the last one heat challenge. Well, we're gonna try today to make a sledgehammer in just one heat. Here we go. So I got this piece of steel here. It's actually a torsion bar from a train. I guess they used it to make the ride soft in passenger cars. So anyways, I'm gonna cut a big chunk of steel off either that end or this end that we're gonna attempt to make this sledgehammer out of. Apparently it's 1085 type of steel, so we're gonna assume that and get to it.
Sweet redemption, I will never let you down. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway.
So I couldn't find my cutting tip the size that I wanted, and so you could see on that last torch cut, or the last two cuts, the torch cuts, you could see that thing just gnawed it off so bad. So I ground the piece down. It was so yucky and nasty that I said, forget this, Tim, this is never gonna work. I only got one shot at this thing anyway. So what I've done is spent the last 45 minutes with the bandsaw knocking out this piece of steel. So this one here is clean and relatively tight. So anyways, I'm gonna drop this in the forge. We're gonna try this. Here we go. Okay, got it. How do I feel about it? I'm disappointed, actually. The hole went really good, which was my nervous part, and then I thought I got this thing, no problem. And then the champers, they didn't turn out very good, to tell you the truth. They're just, maybe you saw it. I have to go back and watch the footage to see. Maybe I was a little bit crooked with the tongue when I came in and didn't set down the shoulders super square, which is weird because I had no problem with that in the past. Like on the one heat hammer, the small one, that wasn't a problem. So very disappointed about that. But you know, part of this series, like this challenge, the one heat challenge, it's actually just truly for me to push myself as a blacksmith. And so this is a measuring stick for my ability. And so I'm gonna leave those uneven chamfers, like I could just grind them out, right? But I'm gonna leave them the way they are. And it's gonna drive me absolutely nuts every time I see this hammer. I cannot handle things that are not symmetrical. And I will remember that that was my inability under the power hammer to do good chamfers. And so on the next time, I'm gonna try to get that a little better. For the sake of time though, this is a measuring stick of my ability at where I'm at. And in the future, I'm gonna try to make that better. So, oh, damn. Anyways, I'm gonna get a handle on this baby. I will grind this so it's usable. I'm seriously doubting the truthfulness of this being 1085 from my reliable source. Maybe not as reliable as I once thought. So anyways, I'm gonna go through the process of finishing this hammer, give it a use, see how it goes, and then try to get that a little better in the future, I guess. Is it a pass? I think so. 100%? No. That's where I'm at. Let's get that handle on. Okay, we gotta talk. This is hard for me. So, all the last shots of me making this hammer were on Friday, and I just didn't have enough time to finish on Friday. And you can tell, obviously, I was not totally happy with it. But then over the weekend, I've just been thinking about, I'm just like, I can't do this. This hammer, it's just not what I wanted. These chamfers, as I ground it more, you could just tell the unevenness on it. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come back on Monday and try this another heat. I'm like, I think I can get it. And then I'm like, I'm just out of time. I don't have time to do it. And this was always about not really the finished piece, because I mean, I could grind this and I could take another heat to get it. It was what I could do in one heat, and I failed. It's just what it is. I don't know. I rewatched the video over the weekend to see where I was going wrong, and the only thing that I can think of that I was gonna try to do better was just go a little bit faster on getting the hole in it, so that I had a little bit more heat to get those chamfers, to a little bit more heat in them to forge them better. But anyways, this is definitely the hardest video for me, because I'm posting a fail, and that's not super cool in my perspective, but that is what it is. Like, that's the reality. So I didn't want my channel to ever be a series of a whole bunch of fails of projects. Like, I feel like it wastes your time. It's not good value for you, but I'm just out of time. So I'm gonna have to say that I lost this one, and I'm coming back for it though. I'm totally coming back for it, guys. I'm almost sure I can get it. I'm just gonna have to practice a little bit more and get warmed up. It's like, you're like, well, Tim, why don't you just spend 4 minutes and take another heat on it? To make this one heat hammer, the actual forge time is only like 5 minutes, but the setup to get it actually takes quite a bit of time. Just to cut the material, because it's coming out of that weird shape, is about an hour. And then you gotta dial your tools in, and you preheat the dies on the power hammer. The forge has to be really, really hot. So anyways, it all adds up to being easy half a day or more, you know, with handling and everything else. And I'm just pushed right now. So I'm really sorry, guys. I wish it was better. Just gonna leave it there. I'll show a couple shots of the hammer as it is so you can see where we went wrong. But that's part of blacksmithing. It really is that it's just a skill and you work on building it up. So I'm gonna leave it there. Really appreciate you sticking it out to the end. And obviously your support is always great. Even though on this video I'm like, yeah, it's totally cool if you give it a thumbs down. I might even do that myself. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time, and we'll come back and we'll get this one on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.
That's all you do now. You shut me down.